Yep. So I guess that's what happened. Because when I was reading the Bible, it said a brother crossed another brother. So the brother crossed the brother from Trenton crossed the brother from New York. And when we moved down here, you know, he was supposed to be looking out for Carol. But instead of looking out for Carol, he was jealous of me. He talking about I'm throwing you to the wolves. All I know it was a Caribbean man's voice. I don't know what Caribbean man because I didn't see him. It wasn't like we was face to face. So I was supposed to have a spot at the Sun. So he got what's inside of me thinking Beyonce took my spot, probably so they could target her or Jay-Z for him. I don't know what it was, but Beyonce didn't take my spot. The nigga on Stuyvesant did. He took my spot. That's why he said he was throwing me to the wolves. I thought the nigga in New York was throwing me to the wolves, and then I moved to Trenton. But he probably did it, the man right off of Stuyvesant. And I keep seeing 9/11. That's why I keep going to the police, because I keep thinking that the police, I keep seeing 44, 211 for my son, 44 for Jayla, and 9/11. So I thought I was supposed to be telling the police, because I keep seeing 9/11, but his address on Calwater Drive is 9/11. And he has my daughter. That's who has my daughter. Where they're at, I don't know, but that's who has my daughter. And I believe that, Brandy, Carol's youngest daughter, I believe that my kids might be Brandy's kids. So I might be taking care of my niece. If Brandy is my sister, I'm taking care of my niece. That's if she's my sister. Then I'm taking care of my niece. While it's like he swapped her kids for my kids. Yeah, very spiteful. And if you break down that Kim Kardashian shit, it'd be like, okay, I'm Carter Sean. Yeah, I'm Carter Shane, something like that. Carter. But, Carter with a K and Carter with a C. Same thing. I broke down another name like that, but that's what it is. He crossed his brother. He crossed his brother up New York. I guess he was jealous of me. Because something was supposed to go to me. So he was jealous of me. But not only was he jealous, it's like Carol was mad too. So, but the bitch inside of me kept talking about, don't you want to be Beyonce? Beyonce got your spot. Nah, we not about to make this shit real or true. We not about to make it seem like, oh, I got with you and gave you my spot. No, he crossed his brother. I was supposed to have a spot at the Sun. But the spot at the Sun don't come with no money. It come with resources, but it don't come with money. So the whole time I was taking care of my nephew and my niece probably, while he has my daughter and my son. Maybe I don't know what he did with them. He probably gave the kids away. But still in all, whatever it was due to me, when it goes to my kids, he'll benefit because he got a baby by my kids. Probably. you know. But that's what it is. The 9/11 Calwater Drive. That's where my daughter is. Yeah. My daughter with that man, and being that my daughter's with him, I'm probably taking care of the niece. And he probably made sure they got pregnant at the same time, probably by the same person. So Buckshot probably fucked me and my sister and got us both pregnant. Sam probably fucked me and my daughter and got us both pregnant. But once he fucked Carol, he wasn't allowed to fuck any of us. They don't want nobody fucking after Carol. That's how that go. And then the bitch inside of me keep bringing up Devlon Jameson name. See, when I went out PA, Ryan and Kiki, they stay right out PA. They not locked up. It's a Jamaican Fed that looked them out. Probably made it seem like they was on a mission when they just wasn't. And Devlon and Matt Tanner, they probably up Delaware or somewhere in New Jersey because Devlon needed a shooter. So, you know, the only thing is Matt Tanner might not know that he the one that got him locked up. Just so he could work, because that's what Devlon to do. He'll get you locked up. So when he come home first, he could get shit established, and you come home and work for him. He always wants somebody to work for him because he just want to sit there and like be a director or some shit. And I believe he got Matt Tanner out, so Matt Tanner could feel like he owed Dev, because he probably needed a shooter or a runner. So that's who got my daughter, the nigga at 911 Cowwater Drive. But if Kim Kardashian is connected to him, he got mad money. So more than likely, that's just one of his houses. And he probably with my daughter somewhere else. But they deserve to get told on just because they keep spitting at me every day because I don't like them. But he crossed his brother. And probably watched his brother die. And I know that for a fact because I remember I saw that golden light by that street. You could see it from this house. You can't see his house from here, but you could see the light come down from the sky to that neighborhood. It's like a golden light from the sun. And that's who got my daughter. They're not raping your daughter. They might not be raping my daughter. They probably raping my sister and her kids. But that's still my sister. Even though her father said that wasn't my sister, that might still be my sister. So they raped her kids, her niece, her nephew. He just hate everything about Carol because he probably feel like Carol got in between him and his brother. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't. I don't fucking know. What happened? You know what I'm saying? A brother, and like it must be something they trying to get, and but if I die, maybe then he could get it. But I don't fuck with that man off of Stuyvesant at 911 Cowwater Drive. I don't fuck with him. I never even met him. but they sound like Devlon is related to them. Cause he the same size and he got the same everything is like the same with him and them. Y- You know what I'm saying? But Devlon Jameson is related to them. That's why Devlon was trying so hard to get a baby out of me. Because how do you have somebody else's kids? My kids got me and their own dad. This man from the sun specifically needs a kid out of me. And what's inside of me got in me so she could fuck him. That's the nigga she was trying to fuck. Like, 'cause she said, when he fuck you, he really gonna be fucking me. Even though she know if she was in any other vessel, he wouldn't fuck her. Anybody else could have jumped in my vessel and he still would have wanted to fuck me. But when she jumped in me, he told her, like, bitch, you gave me everything I needed. You gave me her daughter. And that's when he like, I'm about to knock two birds out with one stone. I'm not a bird. But he about to knock two birds out with one stone, I guess, and get us both killed. Cause he don't need what's inside of me no more. Then he chimed in like, why did Frankie have to tell you how I played you? Or maybe he is in me himself, and his spot went to somebody else. Because at first it was a Caribbean man inside of me. Then when I showed him no respect, that's when I started hearing Carol's voice. So I guess Carol and the brother, I don't know. And then the whole thing is, if I'm Carol's daughter, why would you cross your own kid? You- So I guess Carol moved to Trenton to be with the man's brother. And while she was with the man's brother, she crossed her own kids. But the whole thing is, if because I hear Carol's voice coming out my mouth, the whole thing is, if you're Carol, why didn't you stop the rape? But you know what they say about Jamaicans. The kids they have in America, they don't care for. They don't give a fuck about the kids that they have in America. Unless this ain't Carol and she acting like Carol, cause they talking about some unburied Carol. So maybe he lied and said Carol, he killed Carol and she was buried, or maybe this is whoever took Carol's spot inside of me. Y- But Carol crossed me, her daughter, for some dick. Like, no, don't. I don't want you to mess with Frankie. I'll mess. Cause when I was up in New York, she was so fucking jealous. She like, she said, Frankie's a kid. Why would you choose her over me? And that's what they did. She used to say that when we was up in New York. Like, Frankie's a kid. Why would you choose her over me? So she was just always so jealous. Then the man used to be like, you shouldn't be jealous over a child. How can you be jealous over a child that has nothing? Y- And he like, Frankie is nothing to be jealous of. She doesn't have anything. Why? How could you be that fucking old and be jealous of a child? Y- So the question is Carol dead? And this is somebody that acting like she Carol, or is this the real Carol? And that's the question. So I guess Carol moved to New Jersey just to be with the brother, not knowing the brother was trying to cross her and get some type of money. That's all he cared about. He ain't bring her to Trenton just to fuck her. He brought her to Trenton because I guess she was worth something and he must have took it. And once he got it, he didn't need her anymore. Or maybe they still together happily. But like I said, Beyonce's mom looked like Carol. She just looked like an evil version. Unless that's makeup and she want her eyebrows to be like that. So, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's probably what happened. Carol moved to Trenton. But it's like, how could you watch your own family get raped? So that might not be Carol. They might have replaced her. You- But it's like, how could you get your own family raped? How could you cross your own kid? You know what I'm saying? So it might not be Carol because, these white people talking about unburied Carol as if she was buried. So somebody probably took her spot. But me and this man wasn't never supposed to be together. I was a child and he was a grown ass man. He, the only way a grown ass man will want to be with a child is if that child is due some money and he want it. He, I had to come way back here just to get my food. Oh my gosh. It kind of wasn't worth it. But that's what happened. A brother crossed another brother by fucking Carol. And because I remember Carol used to be like up in New York, like, how do you choose a kid over me? And she didn't like that. I was only 4 years old. So how the fuck can a grown ass man choose a 4-year old? So they must have both conspired to take my spot and my money. And that's what they did. They both took my spot and my money. But my question is, why would you have niggas in train raping my son? It's like they was that jealous. Like if I was due some money and you took that, if I was due a title and you took that, why did you get my son raped? Why didn't you just leave me alone? I just don't get it. After you rob somebody, why would you stick around? Why would you get my son raped? It wasn't part of a ritual. Like it was out of jealousy. But if she was in a relationship with a man, she shouldn't have had time to direct the rape. And I think the reason Carol had the police and everybody watching me was because after he probably got what he wanted, he probably stopped fucking her. So she just kept watching to see when he would come around to me. You get what I'm saying? She kept watching. She had the police watching. She had all these people watching. But she can't blame him because it's her fault. It- Everything boils down to her. You gave him everything. Like Carol gave him everything. I don't even know this man, never met this man, never seen this man, never talked to this man. She gave him everything. So when she jumped in me, he like, why Frankie got to tell you how you got played? He- So everybody like, oh Frankie, you telling on your family. They never treated me like a family member. They treated me horribly. Carol was so jealous of me when we moved to Trenton. Caribbean man was like, how could you be jealous of Frankie? She has nothing. She's a kid. How can you be jealous of a kid? Y- And that's what happened because I keep seeing the synchronicities. So he must got my son and my daughter. Used my son as a sperm donor and my daughter as a surrogate. But they getting raped. The whole thing is if you a man and you took my money and my title and my kids, you could have just raised them kids as your own. Why did you have to rape them? You- Why did you have to rape my kids? You you have so much money that you could fuck whoever you want. So why would you rape my daughter or have her raped? I guess he thought it was okay because she got money. Oh, we give her whatever she want, but she's getting raped. You- She should still be a virgin. Like you could have just raised her as your niece, raised her as her. You could have raised her as anything. You didn't have to fuck her. You So I guess people was giving him money and shit like that. I don't know, but I heard somebody say that they was giving him money to raise a kid, and all he was doing was taking care of her with the money. And the next thing you know, he started fucking her, which is rape because she's still underage. You- And now Carol want to expose. See, that's why Carol had the police watching me. Like, oh, she came up with every reason. Oh, it's child abuse. So then she had to jump in my vessel, jump in the kids' vessels. They did mad like alien, demonic, whatever shit that they do. They did it when beings get up in you and shit. You- So being that she needed eyes at my house all the time to see when he comes because she knew he needed a baby out of me. And that's why when Devlin was in the picture, that's when she came to my house. My daughter had a birthday party. I paid for a magician. They talking about Devlin paid for it. No, I paid for it. And the day of the birthday party, Devlin didn't show. Carol did. He- Like he didn't want to be there when she was there. And when came, she came right before the magician started. And then right after the magician ended, she just walked out. She ain't say happy birthday. She ain't bring a birthday present. She ain't do nothing. She tilted her head up and walked out. Then even when I was going to court, she sat with Sam in 2016. And when she sat with Sam in 2016 and his mom, she whispered something to the sheriff, and I never won in court. So I think Carol was fucking the brother up in New York. And then on top of that, I think Carol or the brother got the brother killed up in New York just so he wouldn't know that she was fucking his brother when he already knew. I guess Carol wants to expose it because the brother crossed her or played her. And she couldn't really expose it the way she wanted to because she wanted to expose it with lies. And she couldn't really expose it the way she wanted to. She couldn't really expose it the way she wanted to because the brother was still alive and he knew the truth. So she had a group of white people go kill the brother. Once the brother died, which I think his death was fake too, he's still alive because they playing Carol. But she think he dead. But she think he dead. But I don't think he dead. I don't think he dead at all. But I think she know he ain't dead. But it's like she working with the brother that she crossed to take the other brother down. It's like she was with one brother, then went to the other brother. And then when that brother played her, she tried to go back to the other brother so they could take the. You know what I mean? She tried to go to the other brother so they could take him down. So maybe the brother that they thought died is trying to work with Carol and the police to take the other brother down. But Carol is the one who crossed the brother, I think up New York. I don't know where he from, but I think he from New York. I think she crossed that brother up New York for this brother in Trenton. And once this brother in Trenton chose somebody else, or whatever the case may be, I don't know how he played her. I don't know how he played her, but I really don't know how he played her. But for some reason, it seemed like she working with the other brother to take this brother down from Trenton because something might not have went her way. So something just didn't happen. But she found reasons for the police to watch me. I mean, they got a catalog of my life just so they could see the moment he comes to my house. Yeah, they wasn't going to kill him. She was just going to pop up. But if he would have came to my house, I wouldn't have known who he was. And Carol would not have, if he would have said, don't let her in, I wouldn't have let her in. That just would have happened like that. But I, I, I would have to not know who he is for that to happen. Devlon Ryan, they sent Ryan to try to have a baby by me, but Ryan ain't want no parts, so he ain't never come in me. Ryan never came in me at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why the police was watching me for so fucking long. Then the police, like, if ain't no kids in her house, why are we still watching her for child abuse? If ain't no kids in the house. Carol wanted me locked up so he could never get me. But I don't want him. You know, Carol wants him. So Carol found a way to move out of Trenton so that when I say Carol bothering me, oh, I'm not even by Frankie. Yeah, you inside of me, bitch. It's her voice coming, like, it's her. She's inside of me. Somebody using her motherfucking voice. Now the whole question is it the real Carol that did all this? Or is Carol dead and this was just a replacement Carol? Y- Because it might be the replacement because she never went to parent teacher conference. She never went to a graduation, recital, nothing. Unless that was just her being jealous, like, bitch, I'm not supporting her. And I think that's what happened. But it's up to the police to figure this shit out, you know? All I can do is tell them what I know. But I know the bitch is in me right now. So that if he come to fuck me, he'll be fucking her. Cause she said it. When he fucks you, he'll really be fucking me. This is what she said. You can't be a mother acting like that. So I don't know if they replaced Carol, but somebody said they turned Carol into a dog when I was 3 years old. So from the time I woke up I woke up at 4 years old. I just popped up at Carol's house. And when I popped up at Carol's house, she probably was already gone. You know? And that's why they lied and said I was a boy. Because they was giving my spot at the Sun to a boy. So Carol might be dead, or she might have been a dog, and that's why they said all dogs go to heaven. You cats too, just in case there's cats in here, except for the black ones. But black cats go to heaven too. But the bitch probably just hissed at me, bitch. But that's what happened. So even though it seemed like I'm telling on my family, they probably deserve it. And that's how that go. They probably deserve it. And that's why they lied and said I was a boy. So the spot can actually go to a boy. Not no Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? I guess they figured Beyonce took my spot because he probably started fucking Beyonce too. He- But it looked like Carol is Beyonce's mother. But while I Beyonce mom on TV, I ain't never really see Carol. So I don't know if it's just some like entanglement type shit. Yeah, maybe Beyonce's mom is Carol's cousin or Carol's sister. Or maybe he replaced Carol with somebody that looked like her just to be funny. So he got my daughter. I never gave him my daughter. I'm not a surrogate. Her dad didn't give him the daughter. And then every time they take somebody kid, they try to turn them into a junkie. Like my father up New York, Frank Williams might be my father. He, they turned him into a junkie. Sam wasn't smoking when I met him. Then all of a sudden, Devlon bragged about how Sam was a junkie. Like they just turn people into junkies. Right now they trying to turn me into a junkie. Y- But junkies don't give positions like that away, and junkies don't give their money away. The only person that get their money is a drug dealer, and they don't have to put the drug dealer on by giving him a lump sum of money. All you got to do is serve the junkie, and you get on that way. Y- And that's the grimy shit they doing. So she and me right now trying to take me over and bring me to this nigga. She just keep bringing up Jay-Z and Beyonce name for some reason, and I'm not even a fan of theirs. Never met them, and I'm not a fan either. Like, but she probably wanted them to see me when they did the meet and greet at the 4040 Club. I never made it in. I went down to AC, but I never made it in the 4040 Club because somebody had on the wrong shoes. So we just went to the casino. But she probably wanted him to see me because she probably felt like whoever I was going up against, I guess, probably looked better, and he would have chose somebody else over me anyway. So they probably wanted him to see me, so he wouldn't choose me or choose somebody else, or like I don't know, but when shit be like this, I don't get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like family or not, bitch, I don't fuck with y'all. But the whole thing is, if y'all got this much power, how did my kids get raped? It wasn't part of a ritual unless they made a deal with the Crossroad Demon. And that's probably the definition of the both worlds. Whatever she is and whatever he is, that was the best of both worlds, I guess. Like I don't know, but that's what happened. Cause when I read the Bible, a brother crossed a brother, but they was stuck. And they definitely stuck because I can't have no kids. So the bitch like fuck her 15 times a day till we get a baby out of her. He might not want you included. And she knows this. So if he was to get me, which he can't because I don't want him, but if he was to get me, she would be out the picture. Y- So she wants to be me so she doesn't get cut out the picture. Y- But the fucked up shit about it is they act like we family, but the only person I ever met in that family was Carol and her kids. So the question is, was Carol in Trenton while he was fucking a bitch that was acting like Carol? Cause you see how I'm here right here in my apartment. They done stole my documents and Carol, whether it's the real Carol or the replacement Carol, whether it's the real Carol or the replacement Carol, they like stealing paperwork out of people's houses. So while I'm sitting here in my apartment, they giving my documents and my DNA to another bitch. And she acting like me somewhere else. Now she need a copy of my ID. They want me to upload that shit to like Verico, Verify.co or some shit like that. So they can get a copy of my CDL, and they want a copy of my CDL license. You- So it's like they already trying to replace me while I'm somewhere getting raped so they could get a baby out of me. You know what I'm saying? And the question is she trying to fuck the brother to get a baby out of me, or is she just trying to fuck anybody that's related to this family to get a baby out of me? Do she want anybody in that family? Or the question is Devilon even locked up? And is it him trying to get a baby out of me? It- Like who are you trying to take my body to get raped numerous times a day so a baby could come out? It- I ain't with that fuckery shit. I don't give a fuck if it's family or not. I just don't give a fuck. I wouldn't be getting these synchronicities if it was the right thing. Obviously, what they doing is the wrong thing for me to be getting these synchronicities. And that's what happened. So I gotta let the feds know. But they got a family member that's Jamaican with the feds. It- And that's why I never met any family member because they was too busy crossing me. It- And that's why they took me to that ritual at 10 years old because they was trying to get a baby out of me at that ritual. It- But when I didn't have sex, they got mad and cursed me. That was the second time I got cursed. The first time was when I was 6, and that created the misfortune. The second time, maybe the second time created the misfortune too, but out of spite, they cursed me because I didn't have sex at that ritual. They really just wanted me to have sex so they could take that baby, and more than likely I would have been messing with somebody in his family. So they could get the baby and then I get killed. But instead of getting killed, I got cursed. And the curse is still here. They so spiteful they won't even take the shit off. And that's that. So, I'm about to leave. So hopefully before I leave, I could call the police and tell them to watch my video and they can use this as a statement. Even if I die, they can use it as a statement. Y- But these people are very wicked. And when I go where I'm going right now, if I die, I don't want them having my kids. I'd rather them be with it's a white man who tried his hardest to solve this shit. I would rather him get everything because he put in more work than me. He put in more work than me. And I would like that white man to get Jayla and Sean that have my kids' identities. Y- I would like for him to get both of them and get my real kids. Maybe he will be heavily compensated and he could just take care of all of them in the house or get them a house by themselves or next door to him or something. He, but I think he deserves whatever was due to me. It could be millions, billions, trillions. I think he deserves it. And that's just that. But that's what happened. And that's fucked up. Because I did hear a bitch say, how could you do your own family like that? But the real Carol probably don't know nothing about it. It's like they wiped her memory and made her dumb already. She was trying to go for a computer programmer, but it's like she wasn't qualified. But she probably was qualified, but they made her dumb. And that's what they doing to me right now, making me dumb. They making me dumb. Like I'm getting dumber by the motherfucking day. Every day I get dumber. So to the police who was watching me, that's why she had everybody watching me. So somebody would see him come to my house. And then I guess somebody told her about Dev when she could catch him there. And that's when she came to the party, but he wasn't there. But I don't even think Dev was supposed to be there. I think him and Carol was in cahoots because even when he got locked up, like a couple years later, he got locked up and then he called me like I picked the wrong one. I should have picked you. Nah, don't pick me, bro, because I don't pick you. And then that's when he called again and said, I want to see what your mom is like. I guess he wanted me to be jealous. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. The only person jealous in that family was her. Nobody else is jealous. That's why I don't think she was Carol. They like having two of each kind. Like they got two of me right now. Probably three. One up New York, one here in Trenton. Well, one up New York and probably two in Trenton. And all the male Frankie Williams that died. Yeah, I don't know. Shit get deep. This probably just the top layer. It probably go deeper than that. But they played me for my whole life. Now I'm in my 40s. So at 44, I was supposed to be getting some type of money because basically it's like, bitch, I ain't get no money till I was 44, so you gotta wait till you 44 to get some money. When Carol was 44, I was 14. So they stole whatever they stole when I was 14. And that's when she was 44. Now I'm 44 and I'm supposed to be getting something, but they don't want to give me nothing because they stole it already. That lady ain't give me not a dime of nothing. She never helped me with nothing. I never asked her for help, but she never gave me nothing. But I just don't think the real Carol knew. I think the bitch that was jealous wasn't Carol. I don't know, cause like I said, when we moved to Trenton, Carol was on food stamps. They attacked her too. So I don't think Carol, her kids, and then when I was 18, Chris had to work as a security guard. So I don't believe Carol, her kids, me, I don't believe we got anything. He replaced probably me and Carol. And I believe that's what happened. Now how Beyonce took my spot, I don't know. But I wouldn't have been an entertainer. I wasn't meant to be famous. I was just meant to be rich, not famous. But the blockages they put up was crazy. Cause I could have got rich on my own. Mm. And somebody was blocking me because if I would have got rich on my own, it probably would have been more than her cut of whatever they got. Mm. Dev was even blocking me. Like you already blocked me from whatever was due to me. So why would you block me from my hustling money? That's earned income. Why would you block me? Why would you steal that? You should already be eating with your family. Why would you take? And that's what happened. A brother crossed a brother. And Carol probably never even fucked him. He probably been replaced Carol. Cause like I said, when I was in Trenton, I was like, I want to go swimming. She said, go ahead. Then when I came back, Carol was like, you had me waiting out here for hours for you. I couldn't get in the house. I never told you you could go swimming. So they was already replacing Carol. They gave all of us a hard life while they had the best life. They could have had the best life and stole everything, but they didn't have to block us from a life. Making somebody slow is blocking them from life because they can't even get any income. And I think that's what happened. And I guess the police should look into that. Because they was like, Frankie, you got more authority than you think. Yeah, but I understand that, but I don't even know what's going on. I had to figure it out. And that's what they said. Since Frankie's so smart, let her figure it out. So that's probably just 10% of it. Probably get way deeper than that. But the whole thing is, why would you allow my kids, or why would you allow, and if that wasn't Carol, that's why she allowed them to get raped. Because the brother probably played the replacement Carol, and in return, she probably got my family raped. But in Kingsbury, when my son got raped, or my nephew, because when Devlon came in the picture, all he kept saying was nephew, nephew. That's all Devlon kept saying every day. Nephew, nephew. He called everybody nephew. I thought he called everybody nephew, because that's what he was calling every nigga he ran into. Nephew, nephew. So she probably got, but when my son got raped, that's when it was a Caribbean man's voice blocking me from helping him. Talking about you just forfeited your destiny, you let the devil in. I ain't care about no destiny. I ain't understand what that meant. But I know they was blocking me from helping them with the rape. And Carol, the reason they switched kids is because I might not be Carol's daughter. I might be her niece. See? I might not be Carol's daughter. I might be her niece. And that's probably why they stuck. You get what I'm saying? That's probably why they stuck. Because I might not be Carol's daughter. I might be Carol's niece. You- And that is how they stuck. Because the Bible said it. So if the Bible said they stuck, they stuck. When I read that shit, it said, it was a brother that crossed another brother. Somebody was supposed to be the king's treasurer. A brother crossed another brother, but they're stuck. And the reason they're probably stuck is because I'm not even Carol's daughter. I'm probably Carol's niece. So it don't make sense to try to have a baby out of me. Because if I'm the niece, that means I'm not due anything. Or maybe I am. Maybe they took me because I was due something. So maybe I am the niece that was due something and they swapped me for, like, who knows what they did. But maybe Carol's real kid was by Frank Williams. And that baby probably wasn't due anything. So they probably swapped me. She probably swapped me for her sister's baby. So I don't know if they swapped me for the sister's baby or if they just swapped birth certificates and gave me the birth certificate with Carol and the crackhead Frank and gave her the it's something like that. But I think that's why they stuck, because I'm the niece. I'm not the daughter. I never met my dad's side of the family. 2018, that was the first time I met Frank Williams. And the crazy shit is Carol let Frank Williams stay at her house. Carol let Frank Williams stay at her house on Union Street. So I said, let me go check on him. When I went to check on him, he was right about to get shot. Somebody was about to jump out the bushes and shoot him, but he jumped in the car with me and got saved. But he might not be my father. Whoever they replace me with, that's probably their father. But I guess he came to get my birth certificate because my birth certificate is probably his daughter's birth certificate. And that's that. So I'm gonna go give this statement or this video to the police. You can see I'm home. No. So just in case I die, you know it's me. So you can see I'm home. See I'm home. But I know for a fact it was a white man trying to get down to the bottom of all this shit. Or probably knew the truth. He just needed me. So I don't know if he's dead. But, whatever he could get out of this situation, I would just like him to have it. Because he deserves it.